Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to pop down our card for today, for Tuesday. So I'm going to just have a little shuffle and put down a card from the Black and White Faulkner deck as usual. I'm going to be keeping this quite short and sweet today, just because we've got some roadworks going on outside my house, and I'm hoping that I've managed to find a little break in the drilling to do this in. But I'm going to keep it short just so that we can avoid the drilling noise. If it does crop up, I apologise in advance. So, how interesting is that? So, the card I have for today is the Ten of Swords. And as you can see, there's a great big digger digging up things, which is kind of what's happening outside my flat at the moment. Got the road being dug up. I'm not quite sure why. It all looks a bit weird out there. It all looks a bit like that actually. So not quite sure what's going on, but it is quite noisy and quite annoying. It's even kind of made the flat shake. You can feel it. It's like an earthquake. Really strange. So the Ten of Swords basically says it's time for you to let something go. It's time to wipe the slate clean. You know, almost, you know, when you're going to demolish a building and you're just going to kind of clear it all away to rubble, and then clear that rubble away so you've got something flat and stable that you can build something new on. That's the energy of the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, you know, the swords are thinking cards, and they kind of do talk about that kind of energy where you're just like, I am just so done. I've overthought this and overthought it, and I've worried about it and I've worried about it. I've worried about it to the point where I just can't worry about it anymore. It's sapped my energy. That's the point where the Ten of Swords says that is time for you to let that go, wipe that slate clean, and start again in a different way, with a different energy. And, you know, quite often we all kind of freak out a little bit about letting things go and making changes and really, you know, sort of doing something completely different and letting go of the stuff that we know. And even if we're not really that comfortable with the stuff that we know, we still hang on to it because we know it. So it's about that. You might find as a card for the day that there's something that you just need to let it go out of your life, or just let it go out of your energy. And just be ready to kind of just make space for something better to come in, really. The thing is, with all this clinging on to stuff that is sort of toxic and doesn't really work for us, but we don't really want to let it go because it's too scary, that fills up space in our energy and it fills up space in our life. And that means that the universe can't send us the good stuff to put in its place. So we have to get rid of that first. So it's almost like, you know, clearing out your wardrobe before you buy a new load of clothes. So clear out all the old stuff that doesn't fit you anymore, or you're just fed up with, or you haven't worn it for 2 years but it's still in there getting dusty because you don't really want to let it go because there's some kind of nostalgia attached to it. Just something like that. Sometimes you just have to let them things go, and once you've cleared that wardrobe out, you can fill it with lovely new things. You know, clear your wardrobe out, sell the stuff on eBay, buy nice new stuff with what you made on eBay. You know, other platforms for selling are available. But it's about that. It's about being able to let go of things so you can make space to bring in nice things for yourself, better things. So I'm just going to have a little shuffle and put down one of these mystical shaman cards for today for us. So, see what we've got here today. Okay, so we've got the circle. Actually, I do think it was meant to come out that way round. And I don't really usually read... that's why I was going to turn it up the right way. I don't read upside down tarot cards. Lots of people do. I just don't. My kind of view on that with the tarot is that there are so many tarot cards and so many combinations. They don't know really that you need to have be able. I don't really need to be able to put them upside down so that they mean something else, because there's usually another card that covers that, and if it's something that needs to come up, then that card will come up. So it's a bit of a contentious thing, and I know a lot of people read reverse cards, and that's just fine. I don't, but with this Mystical Shaman deck, this is an oracle deck, so it's slightly different. And Colette Baron-Reid, that makes this particular deck, reads the upside down cards, or the reversed cards they call them. And she has different meanings in her book for the upside down cards. So what I'll do is, rather than turn it upside down, which is what I would normally do, I'll leave it upside down, and we'll work with the energy that gives us. So let's just have a look and see what it says about the circle. And let's just see what she has to say about it being upside down. It's be interesting because we're all learning together. The essence of this card is unification, interconnectedness, and sense of continuum is what this card implies. So, the circle is like, in terms of symbolism, it's like the ring. It's never ending. It's it just goes on. So the circle reminds us that we are all one, dancers in a unified, continuous, inclusive circle. This reminds us of the cycle of life, the evolving self, ever-changing and always connected. Human, spirit, nature, the cosmos, all intrinsically connected together. So this is the kind of almost like the circle of life, really. So that's the kind of essence of the card. When this card is upside down, she reads them as the medicine. So it's kind of like what we need to kind of embrace about this card in order to fix something that might not be quite right, all of that kind of thing. So when the circle card comes as your medicine, you are meant to come to an understanding of the importance of decay and letting go. Well, that is brilliant, because that goes perfectly well with the Ten of Swords. The importance of dying to an old the importance of dying to an old form and being reborn anew. If you're faced with the challenge of loss or disappointment, remember this: in the circle of life, nothing is ever wasted. Love will seek itself again. Prosperity will come from a new idea or a new opportunity, and spirit always waits for you to find your place in the dance again. So it's interesting that the circle reversed comes upside down here with this Ten of Swords. Same thing, okay? Means the same thing. It means being able to let go of that old stuff and allow the new stuff to come in. So really, really interesting two cards there together that have a really, really common meaning. So in terms of the cards for the day, I would say don't be afraid to let the old stuff go, because it usually means there's loads and loads of better stuff coming in. You just need to make room for it in your wardrobe. I will leave that with you for today, and I'll be back again tomorrow to do another little card for the day. Hope this has been helpful, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.